Before we move on to completing goals, let's take another moment to tidy app.jsx. For one, let's make this title actually Goal Coach. Now that we have a list of goals, we'll declare another h4 tag that says goals. So that way we have a nice header for our list. Now let's throw in some dividers into our component, which we can add with some self-enclosing HR tags. We'll have one after add goal and one after goal list. Nice, that's looking a lot better. Now let's add the functionality to our application that allows users to actually complete goals. Completing goals will simply remove the clicked item from the goals list and move them into a new list called completed goals. Each completed goal item will show who completed it, not who submitted it or wrote it, but who completed it as the signed-in user. So go to goalitem.jsx and we're going to add a new button. It'll be right next to our email span. The class name for this button will be some Bootstrap class names, btn, btn-sm, which stands for button small, and button primary. The text will say complete. Let's check it out. Should be a nice little blue button. Sweet. And let's go ahead and give this span some styling, a margin right of 5 pixels, so that way it's not right next to it. Margin right, 5 pixels. Cool, that's looking better. So as we click it, nothing happens yet because we still have to add a complete goal helper method. So on the click of this button, let's call this complete goal. And now let's think about what we actually want to achieve with our complete goal helper method. First off, we'll need some way to add this goal to a list of complete goals on the database. So add to complete goals on the database. Next, we'll need to remove this goal from the goals reference. Now, let's tackle the first problem. First off, we need a new reference now to our database. Let's export a new ref called complete goal ref. And just like before, with our ref for goals, we simply need to call ref, then argue a child, and this one will be complete goals. Let's save. And then we need to import that complete goal ref on our goal item component from back1 directory to Firebase. And now let's think about the data that we actually want. Of course we want the title of our goal, but which email do we want? Do we want the submitted email that is rendering here, or do you want the email of the user that is currently signed in? Well, we want the user that's currently signed in. So how do we do that? We do that by connecting to our Redux store. So let's import connect from React Redux and hook up this component to our Redux store. So first we need our map state to props function. We'll pass a state argument. We'll find our user in state, then simply return our user. Then we can argue map state to props within here, and then we're not binding any actions, so let's just pass null as the second argument to connect. Let's save. Now let's find our email from this.props.user, and then we need to find our title from this.props.goal in a similar way that we did to the render function. Let's take out this console log for now, and then let's go ahead and console.log the email as well as the title to debug this. So as we save, Let's inspect the element. Go to the console. And right now it's complaining that our complete goal ref is still not being used, but don't worry, we're not going to use it yet. Let's hit complete. And the email to complete it is Harry@Potter, and the title is Ask Hermione to the Ball. Now let's sign out and create a whole other user, so that way we can see if we're getting the proper email, because we were signed in as Harry Potter. So how about ron@weasley.com. The password will be Ron Weasley. Let's sign up. Now let's prepare the meeting, and it says Ron Weasley, as you can see there. So now all we need to do is use a complete goal ref and push this information to our Firebase database. So we'll push the email as well as the title. Let's save. And let's say that Ron asked Hermione to the ball. Let's check our Firebase database now. Then we have a new reference of complete goals with a new object. And the email is Ron@Weasley, and the title is Ask Hermione to the Ball. Awesome. Now that we have 1 out of 2 things working with our complete goal method, we can move on to the second one, which is to remove the goal from the goals reference. That way, we won't have to complete it more than once with more than one user. See you in the next video.